Okay, folks, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always ready.
Today we're tackling something a little different.
Different good.
You know how we're always saying inner peace leads to a better life?
Right.
Well, this time we're looking at how that inner peace can actually make you more attractive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, attractive. You know, that certain something that draws people in.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued. Lay it on me.
So, you know Stoicism, right?
Of course, yeah. It's about mastering your emotions, focusing on what you can control.
Exactly. But we usually think of it for, well, ourselves,
Yeah.
for peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
But you sent over some fascinating material that suggests it can actually boost your appeal.
Oh, really? Now that's a twist. So we're talking about attracting others using Stoicism.
Exactly, like how you present yourself, that sort of thing.
I gotta admit, that's not the first thing that pops into my head when I think of Stoicism.
Me neither. That's why this is so interesting. The source you sent outlines 7 key techniques.
7. Okay, we got a lot to cover.
We do, and I think our listeners are going to be surprised by what we uncover.
So, spill the beans. What's the first one?
Okay, so the first one is mastering detachment. Now, there's this quote by Epictetus: "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants."
That's deep. I mean, I get the whole simplicity thing.
Right. But how does that translate into being attractive?
Well, think about it this way. You know the scarcity principle, right?
Sure, we value what's rare.
Exactly. So if you're not clinging to needing things, needing validation.
You're not desperate. Yeah.
Exactly. Your time and attention, they become more valuable because they are. You're not just handing them out to anyone.
I see. So it's kind of like playing hard to get.
Not exactly. It's more like you're already fulfilled. You have a life full of things you enjoy.
So you're not looking for someone to complete you.
Bingo. And that, my friend, is incredibly attractive. Someone who's chasing after everyone versus someone who's content and focused on their own thing.
Who are you drawn to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Right. It's a natural draw.
Okay, on to the next one. This is interesting. Setting and keeping high standards. Now, I know what you're thinking.
The snobbery, elitism.
Yeah. But the source makes it clear this isn't about looking down on others. It's about self-respect.
Oh, okay. I see. Like you value yourself enough to not settle for less.
Exactly. And people pick up on that. If you have high standards for how you're treated, for the company you keep,
It shows you respect yourself.
and that you're not going to put up with any nonsense, that's attractive.
It's like that old saying, we accept the love we think we deserve.
Boom. Okay, the next one is forging real connections. But in the context of attraction, don't we usually try to, impress?
Well, on the surface, maybe, but think about the people you're truly drawn to.
You mean like the ones who are just themselves?
Exactly. The source emphasizes vulnerability and authenticity.
You mean like not being afraid to show your flaws?
Exactly. It's about being genuine.
Hmm.
Think about it. When you meet someone who's not putting on an act, who's comfortable with who they are,
It's refreshing. Yeah. It makes you want to get to know them better.
and that's how you forge those real connections that last. Stoicism is all about being true to yourself, to your own values.
Right, so you're not trying to be someone you're not.
Which ironically makes you more attractive. It's a paradox.
Okay, I'm really starting to see how this all ties together.
It's amazing, isn't it, how inner work can have such a powerful impact on how you're perceived by others.
All right, next up we have remaining independent and self-respecting. This one seems a little tricky.
Well, it kind of goes back to detachment. Think about it. You have your own interests, your own goals.
You're not relying on someone else to make you happy.
Exactly. You're not clinging to someone to complete you. And that's incredibly attractive.
Because you're coming from a place of strength, not neediness. I'm seeing a pattern here.
Me too. And remember, this applies to all relationships, not just romantic ones.
Good point. Okay, next is clear communication, which seems pretty self-explanatory.
It is, but you'd be surprised how many people struggle with this. The source really emphasizes being upfront about your needs and boundaries.
No mixed signals, right?
Right. Honesty, active listening, all that good stuff. Miscommunication breeds drama, and drama is not attractive.
So true. All right, this one's my favorite. Showing your growth. We're naturally drawn to people who are evolving, learning, becoming better versions of themselves.
Absolutely. It's like you're not stagnant, you're on a journey. That's exciting.
And it shows you're not afraid to try new things, to push yourself.
Which signals potential, dynamism, all those good qualities.
It's inspiring to be around people like that.
Absolutely. It makes you want to step up your own game.
Okay, last but not least, we have steering clear of push-away behaviors. What exactly does that mean?
Well, think about all those things that make you go, Ugh, no thanks.
Like over-texting, constantly seeking reassurance, that kind of thing.
Exactly. People-pleasing to an unhealthy extent. All those behaviors that scream insecurity and neediness.
They're trying to get validation from the outside instead of finding it within themselves.
Right. And that, my friend, is a major turnoff.
It's exhausting, really.
And it's unnecessary. Stoicism teaches us to find that contentment within.
Focus on your own actions, your own virtue.
And let that inner strength shine through. That's what truly attracts people.
It's amazing, isn't it? By embracing these Stoic principles,
You're not just becoming more attractive.
you're becoming the best version of yourself. And that, in turn, draws people in.
It's like a ripple effect. You improve yourself and that positive energy radiates outward.
I love that analogy. So for all our listeners out there, think about these techniques. Which one resonates most with you?
Yeah. Which one could you start incorporating into your life today?
To become that magnetic, confident person you were meant to be.
It's not about tricks or manipulation. It's about genuine self-improvement. And that's the most attractive quality of all.
Beautifully said. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening, everyone.